Is Shell Bell really that bad? Now, look, between me and you, I think it's kind of bad, and the consensus is that Shell Bell is bad. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you why people think Shell Bell is bad, and then I'm gonna show you something that might convince you otherwise. I'm not sure. Hi, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw. The reason I say, I don't know, maybe it's not bad is because I was doing some work on a video series where I'm going through a lot of the best teams in Pokemon Unite. Stay tuned for that. I'm excited about it. And I saw this right here, this Hoopa on the team that won Japan's tournament running a Shell Bell. For the life of me, I can't really figure out why they do it. Now, this is Secret Ship. They have a ton of cool strategies. They are the team that kind of brought you that Charizard build everyone was geeking out about for a little while. They have a stacking Cramorant here. I love this team and the stuff they're bringing to the game. They have 2 experience shares with a Snorlax. Like, they have a lot going on, okay? So I am going to say that maybe I am wrong. Maybe we are wrong about Shell Bell when you see one of the possibly best teams in Unite running it. In this video, though, I'm going to tell you why I think it's bad and why I'm confused that they might throw it on this Pokemon. First, let me take you over here to UniteDB.com. We can just take a look at this item and talk about it together here. So Shell Bell, it gives you plus 24 special attack. It gives you a 4.5% cooldown reduction on your moves, and its ability is probably the reason I guess you would pick it, which is you get to recover a base amount plus a percentage of special attack HP when successfully landing a move on a 10-second cooldown. So basically, you hit with one of your moves or abilities, you get some HP back. In theory, you could see this on a Pikachu or on a Gengar or something like that when you're using Hex and you're getting HP back as you're using it. However, it's not as cut and dry as that, and there are a lot of reasons why I think this item just doesn't stack up. There are a few tweaks they could make to make this really, really good, and I will talk about that as well. First off, let's just talk about the fact that it gives 24 special attack, whereas Wise Glasses would give you 39. Special attack Specs at the same level would give you 24, but it gives you the ability to stack that and make that bonus huge, and then Choice Specs gives you 39. So it's kind of underpowered when it comes to special attack, but it does give you the healing and it gives you the cooldown reduction. All right, let's talk about the cooldown reduction for a second. When thinking about the amount of cooldown reduction this gives, there are moves in this game that maybe the longest timer you'll see is about 10 seconds. That's pretty long for some of the moves in Pokemon Unite. So if you get a 4.5% cooldown reduction, you're not even getting a half a second off that move. It feels like for this to be really beneficial, you'd want it to be a 25% cooldown reduction or something like that. That might be too powerful, but you get what I'm saying here. The 4.5%, it's pretty small. Even if you combo it with something like an energy amp, you're still getting a total of a 9% reduction. Again, if you have one of the longest cooldown moves in the game, you're still not seeing a massive benefit from it. And now let's talk about the healing for a moment. The healing seems cool, but it's hurt by this one very specific thing that I will show you. The biggest issue in my mind with Shell Bell is not that it has a long cooldown, which is pretty long. It's that a lot of the times your cooldown for its healing is happening when you are at full health. As you can see, me hitting with Blizzard right here, my Shell Bell down there at the bottom right of my screen goes on cooldown right here. So it didn't even get the opportunity to heal me because I was at full health. So right now as I'm fighting in Path, if I'm in this position where I'm getting hit and my Shell Bell is on cooldown, I get a little bit of healing. 300. I mean, not a lot. It's pretty low. It's something, but it's pretty low, but I at least get a little bit of healing, and I can get some healing as I'm attacking these wild Pokemon. You also get HP back from KOing wild Pokemon. So at times like this, it's actually somewhat decent. The only problem is if I were to encounter the enemy and I have full health or close to full health, my Shell Bell is going to activate and it's going to be down for what could be an entire fight. 10 seconds is a very long time in Pokemon Unite, and right there, I would have just used my Shell Bell's cooldown essentially. I've found that this item just doesn't seem to activate enough. If you're looking for something that's going to give you healing, you're going to find that more easily in a focus band. It will literally give you healing when you need it. For this item to work properly, you have to have it on cooldown when the enemy comes to attack you. Not impossible, but it's another hurdle in front of this item being good. So that's again why I'm so confused to see it on a top team. It might just be that when you use this enough and you're in enough battles going back and forth, you actually find that it works pretty well. I've been testing Shell Bell a lot lately, playing with it a ton. I've got it on my Ninetales, I've got it on my Gengar, I've got it on a lot of Pokemon. And while I don't think it's terrible, I do think that it feels like it pales in comparison to a few other items. Let me show you what those are. As I said earlier, I think Wise Glasses is just gonna give you more special attack. So if you're looking for a special attack item, this is a decent call. Choice Specs, probably one of the best special attack items in the entire game. Choice Specs does extra damage. It has those little pops of damage that comes out. It is also on a lower cooldown and it just feels a lot more reliable. No, you're not healing yourself, but from a special attack perspective, I think it's a much better item than an item like Focus Band. If you're really looking to get HP back, Focus Band or even still Buddy Barrier, I think are better options for you. Focus Band recovers a ton of HP when you get under 25% HP. Essentially, the time you would want Shell Bell the most, Focus Band is kind of doing that job. Yes, it is on a much longer cooldown, but it's recovering a ton of HP and it saves you from a KO. And then of course, if you just want Special Attack Specs gives you the same base bonus, but at the same time, you can get a ton more special attack if you use this item. I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on here with this Shell Bell. I'm gonna keep messing around with it and I would love to hear from you in the comments what you think about Shell Bell. But right now, because it can activate when you're at full health, it has a long cooldown. The cooldown reduction isn't that beneficial. I just find like this item is constantly outclassed by other held items in the game. Let me know what you think. I love you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Goodbye.